Hello and welcome back to the Cocked Dice. We're back again with some more high seas adventures with Oak and Iron from Firelock Games. This week I'm upping the ante just a little bit from our last game. We've got a extra ship, so we're going to use the Brigantine and Flute from last time. We're also adding in a light galleon on each side. I've also swapped the Dutch flags out for British flags because British or English flags to be more honest. We're also going to play around with some of the other cards. So we've got a new setup card, so we're going with the corners setup tonight, and we have the raid scenario with the pirates as the defenders of this treasure trove that's in the island in the centre of the table. So we're all set up. I'm using the standard neutral initiative cards again this week, and I'll do the same as last week. I'll just be drawing from the deck. Okay, righty-ho. So first up, let's draw some initiative cards. So the English, draw number 2, take courage. Each ship in this squadron that is in formation may immediately remove 1 point of fatigue. Or not overly important this round, as we only have 2 ships in formation here, and obviously we have no fatigue. Pirate fleet draws effective fire. Increase the broadside value of each ship in the squadron by 1 for the rest of the turn. So they don't need to be in formation. But I'm not sure, we might get a broadside off. Gonna have to do some fairly harsh turning into the wind to do that, so I'm not entirely convinced that'll work. So the pirates have the first turn. The wind is coming from this direction, which is a bit of a downside for the pirates, but I'm sure we will stagger through and cope here. So we'll use the Brigantine here first. It's sailing slightly into the wind, so it's on speed 2. We'll take a seamanship check, see if we can increase that up to 3. Nope, it's 2. Can't do much there. Now the Brigantine's allowed to make a turn first, and I'm going to use the 2 turn, I think. So we're going to turn first, and this is a bit gamey, the rules. We'll then move down to here, and then we're going to turn back again to get the better wind value. Like so. Over to the British, English. We will use, I think we'll get the light galleon up and going. So it's currently at speed 3, so again we'll take a seamanship check, see if we can up the speed. Nope, not that I like to, I forgot to do, so I better do we'll go to full sail as a crew action there. I forgot the crew action. So light galleon is moving at speed 3, didn't get any more. He's going to come up this side, turn not quite all the way in. Like so. Back over to the pirates, we'll get the light galleon, no, the flute, that's light galleon, that's the flute, going. So it's also movement 2. Let's take a check and see if this can get any more speed up. We've got a skull and crossbones, it's flags are skulls and crossbones, so that's fine. So we got to speed 3 now. It may mean we're slightly out of formation here, so unless I turn inwards first, not quite all the way, and then go 3 forwards to there, we can just about keep in formation, and that's a bit of a win. Okay, back over to the British, English, I must call them English. We'll use the Brigantine because at the front we're going to go for more speed. So our seamanship check gets us a sail, so we're up to speed 4 because the wind is right behind us here. And we're going to try and cut off that, so I've got this side. Cut off that galleon, light galleon as it comes along, like so. and we'll go to full sail as well. That's not going to go to full sail, it's going to try and... It's got enough speed from the wind, I think, to... I don't want to overshoot too much. Get a couple of turns of decent shooting in there. Right, on to the pirates now. We're on to the light galleon. Now it is coming into the wind very slightly, so we've only got a speed of 1. So let's try and get an extra speed out of that. Yep, we just about managed that. So we're only travelling at speed 2. So he's going to come down here. So and turn this way. Try and get an early broadside off. There, and finally the brigantine on the English side will... yeah, I don't want to go to full sail either because I need to be able to turn quickly. Because this is only going to work for a turn, I suspect. We'll take a flute, English flute. Let's go for more speed. No, let's not go for more speed. So I'll crash into the back of my own ship because it didn't go very fast. And I want to stay in formation. So again, we're just going to come up here and then a slight turn, and they should both be in formation. Okay, so that is all the movement. We're over to the shooting, and we'll start with the pirates. And we're going to start with the light galleon because it's got guns. So the brigantine at the front here is within cannon shot range, and that's it. So we have a guns rating of full guns rating. We have gunnery rating of 5, and with effective fire we get to increase our broadside by 1. So we've got 6 dice here. We're looking for cannons or skulls. We get 1, 2, 3 cannons. That's pretty good. So 3 cannons against the brigantine. It increases its fortitude by 1, so its fortitude is 2. So we're taking a single point of damage, and we've taken a fatigue. So that's a good start. And I've forgotten to... Okay, it's over to the English. I think we'll go with the Galleon as well on their side. We are within cannon shot range, but we've got maximum musket shot range. So the light galleon is going to be out of range. We'll try the... That's going to be out of range as well. I think we're all going to be out of range. And the same on the English side. Yeah, we are just about, on the pirate side, we are just about out of range there. So no more shooting for this round. So positive start for the pirates. We'll take it from there. So in the end phase, we'll just remove our markers. So we're back with round 2, turn 2. And the Brits gain fleet manoeuvre. Each ship in the squadron that is in formation and not engaged may immediately make a free turn using a speed 1 tool. So these two are in formation. Where do we want to go? I think this is going to try and get into the island. Turn inwards. Not this one. I'm not sure that one wants to make a turn at all. And the pirates draw 5, favourable wind. Each ship in the squadron that is sailing large and not entangled or aground may increase their speed rating by 1. So the light galleon is at large, so that's +1 speed for the round. So the pirates again have the initiative this round. We will go with... I think we'll go with the light galleon first. So it currently has the wind, so it's speed 3. For the favourable wind initiative card. So we're going to take a seamanship check first of all to change heading. Try and pull this around a little bit. We fail it. Oh dear. So we're going to have to do this manually. I'm not sure we'll be able to. We'll see. So we're going at speed 4. Turn sharply we can, and forward to there, and we'll try and rag the ship round as hard as we can in a minute, and as a crew action they'll reload. Okay, we'll use the brigantine I think on the English side. So we've got full sail, so we're at speed 4. We can make, it's got a yard, so it's got an additional turn at the beginning or end of my movement. So we said we're going to go to the island, so I think we'll do that. We'll try and get it turned, and then it'll make its normal turn as well, and then it will sail forward 4, which hopefully allows me to run aground and beach on this island. Let me just check the rules for this. We'll place a landing party on the shore. Sorry, I've not grabbed that yet. But we'll place it on there, and then I think as a crew action next turn I have to run it back. And it changes its sail from that to anchored. Okay, it's back to the pirates. We've got the brigantine, the flute. We'll have to do the brigantine first, obviously, because it's up front. We'll take a seamanship action, try and put some speed up. We get some skulls, that's good. So speed 4 down to there, turn, and then I think we'll use our, oh no, it's got, yeah, it has got yard, so it may make an additional turn, so we'll turn again, like so. Okay, so that one's moved as well. That's moved. It's moved. Back over to the English. We'll use the light galleon. No, we'll use the flute. That's currently at speed 3. I think we're going to ramp our speed up to 4 if we can with a seamanship action. Yep, we managed that. And they're going to go to full sail. It's back over to the pirates, and we'll use the flute finally, which will, that's turning into wind, so we're still speed 2. We didn't go to full sail, so we'll take a seamanship check for an extra point of speed. Yep, we've got that, so we're at speed 3. Come down here and turn like so. Oh, I've got to stop knocking these ships. And then finally we have the English light galleon. It's currently travelling at speed 3 with the wind behind it. We'll come in here. I don't think I'm going to be able to turn, I'll have to just sail through. I've got no broadside there. So into the attack phase, the pirate's going to start, and of course they're going to start with a light galleon there. It is currently within musket shot range of the English fleet, English brigantine. Nothing extra there, so we're on a 5 dice attack. We're looking for muskets, cannons or skull and crossbones. We've got 1 skull and crossbones and that's it. That was a bit poor this time. So it's firing at the brigantine. It's only got a fortitude of 1, so it takes a point of damage. And it takes a point of fatigue as well. And then for the critical hit, we get a pistol. No, we need a sailor skull or a sword, so nothing from the critical hit. It's back over to the English now. That's just pop a mark on there. I think the easy one to do is going to be the light galleon is going to fire its swivel guns at the English brigantine. It's in pistol shot range there. We've only got 2 shots. It's got a crew value of 2. We've got nothing extra there. So we want essentially pistols, swords, cannons or crossbones. Got 1 cannon on crossbones. That's 2 hits on the brigantine there. That's 2 points of damage and 1 fatigue. It's quite a stout hit for that, and obviously it doesn't take a reload marker because it was swivel guns. Good timing for them. The brigantine will fire back. It's got a broadside. Now it would be normally a broadside of 4, but it's got a fatigue, so it only gets a broadside of 3. We're in pistol shot range still, so let's go for it. We score 3 hits there on a light galleon. Now light galleon has a fortitude of 3, so it takes a single point of damage and 1 point of fatigue because we did more than 2 hits. So we've only got the brigantine that can fire. It can fire a broadside at the galleon, so I think we'll do that. It's got a 4 for its guns, but it's got 2 points of fatigue there, so it's only 2 shots, and we are at musket shot range. It's got 1 musket, 1 sail, so that's a single hit on the light galleon, so it doesn't do any damage, it's not a critical, and it's got, the galleons have high freeboard, so it requires 2 hits to cause a point of fatigue, so there's no damage there on the pirate light galleon. Last of all, we've got the and the English have nothing else to shoot, so that is the end of the attack phase. We'll clean up our markers. And that is the end of the round. We're back in a minute for round 3. Right, so round 3 initiative. For the English, we have brought 3 rolling broadsides. Each ship in this squadron may spend a crew action to make an attack during the movement phase. That's interesting. And quite fortuitous. And the pirates only get a 2, careful aim. When testing for critical damage, they can re-roll dice. That's also quite useful. However, it does mean the English are first. So I think we're going to use the flute first, because we're going to head off and try and catch that light galleon with a broadside nice and early. And do that as a crew action, which is quite useful. So we've got speed 3, plus 1 for the full sail, 4. That's 4 gets us to. 4 gets us to there, turned. So that's distance is that in. I want to get myself into musket shot range, so I think I want to speed up a little bit. So we're going to take a seamanship check, which we fail, so we can only move at movement 4. So I'll have to hope this is enough to get us in short range. Come up here, turn slightly, and then for their crew action they are of course going to shoot. So the flute at the moment is undamaged, so it can make a 4-shot at the pirate light galleon. We are all just about in musket range there. So we have 1 pistol, 2 crossbows. We've got 2 hits there. Now against the light galleon, it's fortitude 3, so unfortunately that doesn't do any damage. However, that is 2 critical rolls, and I'm just going to check whether I rolled 2 dice for that. No, you roll 1 with any of the dice. Right, so critical roll is a cannon. Doesn't do anything. So all that does is score a single point of fatigue on the light galleon. It's useful, but is not massively damaging, so that's going to reduce its broadsides by just a little bit. We're over to the pirates now. I think we're going to get the brigantine moving out of the way. It's going straight into the wind, unfortunately, so we can't move, but we can turn, and obviously this is a brigantine as well, so it has a yar, so I think we're going to try and make 2 turns. 1 there, that's a minute, and the second one 2 to there, which will just about allow that galleon to pass. And as a crew action, we'll reload. So we're going to take some fire first, but if we survive that, then we can fire back. English fleet. Yeah, let's do the light galleon. Let's get that in. So it's currently moving at speed 3. I don't think we want to move it any faster than that. We are simply going to sail it right between ship and the island here. And we're going to kind of hug the island and just turn slightly. Try and get around the island as quickly as I can and into the back of that other galleon while it struggles with the wind in a turn. So we've moved, I forgot to mark who I've moved. Move that one, move that one, move that one. Now as a crew action, that light galleon is going to fire. It's got a point of fatigue, so it's on a 4 dice attack. It's in pistol shot range, so this is super close. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes there. That is not good for that poor old brigantine. That's not looking overly good there. So 4 hits. It has only got a fortitude of 1. So it takes 4 more points of damage, taking up to 6 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've got all my boxes full. Just check when a ship is sunk. So the brigantine is at 6 points of damage and 2 fatigue now. It is a point of damage away from being crippled. This is not looking good for the pirates. Little boat there. However, the galleon has fired in the movement phase. So into the movement phase for the pirates now, and it's the fleet's go. What we'll do is we'll take a seamanship action to turn and then try and turn again. We fail on the seamanship action, so we're going to try and do the tightest turn we can. It's not great. It just puts us to there. Gets us out of the wind and means we should get a good raking broadside on that galleon as it passes next turn. Okay, it's back over to the English. We have only got the brigantine in the centre to go. Obviously it's got a shore party at the moment, so it's going to skip straight to a crew action, at which point we're going to remove the objective marker and place it on board this ship, and we'll cast off next turn. I'm assuming I can't move there. And finally it's back over to the pirates, and it's the light galleon to go. We are facing sideways, so we're at speed 1 currently. I think we'll test to try and get some extra speed. Yep, we can have a speed 2 move for that. And we're going to turn inwards just a little and then move 2 forwards. I can just about avoid that reef there. And as a crew action we will reload. That's the end of our movement phase. We're into the attack phase. It's the English going first. So 2 of the English have fired already. The flute hasn't shot. Now draw a straight line out here. It misses the pirate boat. So we'll have to fire swivel guns. We are within rifle shot range, so we'll fire those. We've got a crew of 2. We'll fire 2 shots, 1 in rifles. We've got 2 hits there against the galleon. Again, it's not enough to do any damage, but it will put a point of fatigue on the galleon. Right, so that's fired. It's not fired a broadside, but it has done. We're over to the pirates. They're going to do the obvious thing. We're going to fire the light galleon. So we've only got 3 shots now because we've got 2 fatigue. So it's going to fire 2 cannon shots at the brigantine. We've got a skull and a pistol. We are at, I think we're at rifle range. So we've got a single hit there. 1 hit only. So that is a point of damage on it. And that will be a point of fatigue on it. And we will also roll for the critical hit. And with the pirates' careful aim, we can re-roll that. Nope, no critical there. I don't think I've ever rolled a critical. Odd that, isn't it? So the pirates have fired. Take that off. Back over to the English. We've got no other shooting to do from the English because these two have fired their broadsides already. Could I fire swivel guns, even though I'm unloaded on the side? Okay, so I think on the English side, we'll use the light galleon. We'll fire swivel guns at the flute there. I think that's all we're going to be able to do. So the light galleon has 1 point of fatigue, which means it's rolling a single dice. It's getting a cannon, so that's a hit on the flute. The flute has a fortitude of 2. It also has a high freeboard, so that doesn't do anything. We don't need a critical to do anything exciting there. We'll move on to the little boat here, the brigantine against the galleon. It's got a cannon of 4, but it has 2 fatigue, so we're going to take down to 2 shots. We're in pistol shot range. We get a sail and a rifle, so we've got a single hit on the galleon. That doesn't do anything at all. It's got a high freeboard and it's a fortitude of 3. So we have fired a broadside there. The flute at the back, so this one can't shoot anything. Oh, we could. No, I don't think I can. No, that's not going to get any line of sight there. So I think the flute here will fire its swivel guns as well at the galleon. It's got a crew value of 2. We've got 2 hits, I think, there. We're in pistol shot range. No, we're not. We are just outside it. So we've got 1 hit there. So again, that doesn't do anything against the light galleon at all. And that's all of it. So that's the end of round 3. So welcome back to round 4. We'll draw initiative cards for the English. We get a 1, fire as she bears. Ships in the squadron that are in formation may make a free broadside attack against any ship that moves to a legal. Right, we've got no ships in formation, so that just counts as 1. The pirates also draw a 1. All ships in the squadron reduce the amount of fatigue tokens from each attack by 1, which is quite useful. To a minimum of what? Of 0, so we can take 0 fatigue. That's quite useful for this round. Skill test, which is a 5 dice test. Let's 2 for the thing. So we'll do the English first. So they get a 4 dice check, and we're looking for sails and skulls. We've got 2 sails from the English. The pirates get 3 dice because their galleon's got 2 fatigue. They get none, so the English have the initiative this round. So we'll start with the English and this flute here. It's at speed 4, so we're going to move it in like so. I think we're going to turn it, expecting the pirate ship to come this way. We'll also come off as a crew action. We'll come off full sail back to normal sail, because I might need to do quite a tight turn coming this way in a minute to avoid some rocks that are just off shot there. So over to the pirates. I think we'll use their light galleon as well. So they're first of all going to try and take a crew check, a seamanship check and turn. Now it's got 2 fatigues, so it's only got 3 dice here. We failed to turn, so we are currently at speed 1. We're not on full sail. We're going to turn first. Just move down like that. And then we'll reload as a crew action. Over to the English. We'll use their galleon. So it's currently heading that way, which means the wind's behind it, which means we are speed 3. I'm going to put my foot down. Sails up, we'll foot down. We'll take a seamanship check, see if we can get some extra speed on. We have some sails, so that takes us up to speed 4. Try and outrun these pirate ships while they flounder around confusion back here. Like so. It's over to the pirates, and I start marking the ships that have moved. Rubbish at this. So we'll activate the brigantine here. It's going to make its free turn first of all. That. It's at sail 3. The wind was from this side, so it's got a movement of 2, 3. So 3 points of movement. We're going to be sailing straight along here, like so, and then we'll turn slightly on the way out. Now, as a crew action, I'd love to reload my guns. Unfortunately, I'm going to try and repair instead. So yeah, we'll remove a point of damage from the little brigantine. Over to the English. Now, they only have the brigantine to go. It can't move because it's essentially supposed to be aground. I messed the rules slightly here, but we're saying it's anchored just off that island. So we'll simply have to move to an unanchored state. So they're hoisting the anchor up, and they have the objective on board. They have the pirate gold or whatever valuables we have been stealing from local townships. Finally, on the pirate side, we have the flute. It's currently running at speed 2. It's going to take a seamanship check, try and get us up to speed 3. Yep, we managed that. And what I mainly want to do here is try and get myself out of broadside of that. Nope. Sharp turn might do it. Shall we kind of turn there? Turn right to like that without hitting it. Not quite, unfortunately. So very close. Okay, we are into the round 4 attack phase. So we start with the English, and we'll use the flute over here. He's got a broadside just about clipping the pirate boat. So it's not a great shot. I'm just going to check the line of sight rules for that. If any part of the ship's base falls within these 2 lines, it's in broadside path. Yes, we are. So it's going to broadside the pirate's light galleon. It's currently undamaged. We have a cannon of 4. So let's go. Let's check the range. Pretty sure we are in. Yep, we are in pistol shot range there. So we have 3 hits. That'll do me nicely. So that does a point of damage on the pirate light galleon, and we'll also add a point of fatigue to it. Oh no, we don't add a fatigue to it because we've got the initiative card that says don't add fatigue this round, or -1 fatigue. That's really good. Okay, so he has fired. It's chipping away at the damage there. I don't think they're going to down that galleon anytime soon though. It's over to the pirates. Now, I think the most sensible one would also be to use the flute before it gets hit by the light galleon and to put some more hurt on it. So right behind it, we've got a broadside against it of 4 dice. So let's take it away. Pistols and more. We've got 2 hits, unfortunately, only 2 hits. So it's enough to add another fatigue to it, but not enough to do any real damage. We could just have 1 more hit there. Back over to the English. Now the anchored ship here can actually fire a broadside. I've completely missed this. This might be doomsday in a moment. We'll see. So he's going to fire upon the pirate brigantine. Now he has actually got 3 fatigue, so he's only got a single dice here. But if we roll a crit, we might be able to smash enough damage onto it to do something dangerous. So let's go for it. We rolled a crit! So that's going to do a point of damage to the brigantine. We are, doesn't matter what range we are. We're going to do a point of fatigue to it as well. No, we're not, because we've got the ignore fatigue thing. Ignore 1 point of fatigue, and then we'll roll for the critical damage. It's nothing, I don't think. I think it's No. So nothing from the critical damage, but just nudging it back up to 6 damage there. We might be able to do something about that in a minute. So we've just got the English Light Galleon to go. He has just about got a broadside out this side. It clips the back of the flute's base. So we've got 5 shots normally. We lose 2 for fatigue. So 3 dice. It's 3 skulls. It's 3 hits. This English Light Galleon is being commanded by the most awesome set of gunners. So that's 3 hits on the flute. That will do 1 point of damage, 1 point of fatigue. No, it won't. It'll do no point of fatigue because of down. And we'll roll for critical as well. It's a sail. If any sail results are rolled, the ship reduces its sail setting by 1. So it moves down to part sail. Oh, you roll additional dice for each? Ooh. Missed that line. We've got 2 more to roll. We've got a sword as well. Takes an additional point of fatigue, so I'm guessing that does take 1 point of fatigue, because he would have taken 2 points of fatigue from the hit, from the attack in total, and that gets reduced by 1 from the down initiative card. So an excellent result there again for the English. That is the end of the round. We'll take that away, we'll take that away, just about, oh, come on. So we enter turn 5, and we'll draw initiative. So the English draw a 3, they have reload. Each ship in this squadron, this is in formation, we haven't got any of them, so it's just a 3. And the pirates draw 4, adjust position. Anything in formation? Ooh, those 2 are in formation. May move directly sideways to speed 1 at the beginning or end of its move. That could be useful. So the pirates have the initiative for the round. So I think we'll start with the brigantine down here. It's sailing across the wind. It's got a speed of 2. It's on full sail, so it's speed 3. We'll take a seamanship check, see if we can get that up a little bit. So we're rolling 3 dice for that. Yep, we have, so we can move speed 5. So I'm going to attempt to get out of broadside of the ground ship, which I think actually fired last turn, didn't it? Slightly that way. That kind of didn't get me out of broadside at all. However, what it did do is get me around there, and we will take a crew repair action and bob a point of damage off it. Keep that ship sailing, whatever the costs. So we're over to the English. I think we'll use the flute. It's still looking pretty good, but it's going to have to make some... It's heading away from the wind, but it's going to get himself well out of position in a minute. So I think we're going to try and take a crew check, and we're going to try and turn it first of all. We manage that. We'll get round as sharply as we can. And we had the wind before, so we're moving at speed 3. We've got no sails down. We're going to take another turn. Essentially going to try and turn round like this and move down this way. As a crew action, we'll reload the guns, make sure we're all nice and ready. Back over to the pirates, we'll do the flute on their side. Heading across, it's on part sail, so it's on +1 movement. So we'll take a seamanship check and see if we can get that speed up to 2. Yes, we can. Let's come across here like that, and then turn it as as much as we can, and then we'll reload those guns. The British will use the light galleon, saving the best to last. So that is it's got speed, wind behind it, it's got no extra speed. We're going to take a seamanship check. It's got 2 points of fatigue. I forgot fatigue on the flute, but it doesn't matter. It passes, so we can go speed 4. So it's going to make a turn at the beginning of its movement, and then it's going to shoot up this way. Trying to get itself, and it'll reload as well as a crew action. Oh, actually no. Yes, we will. Let's reload now while we can. Back over to the pirates. I think the most obvious thing is going to be it's starting to come into the wind. The midpoint is over. I'm not sure how much it can do there, but I really could do with putting more fire onto this ship. I'm coming into the wind, so I'm only speed 1. We'll take a seamanship check, see if we can get that speed up to 2. No, we can't. So we're at speed 1. Just 1. So we'll push on as much as we can here. To there. We'll turn. And I think we will go to full sail. And finally on the English side, we've got the brigantine. Now, it's unanchored now, so it's going to make a... I am going to just push it off that island. We'll say it stops short. I'm going to try and get myself out of here as much as I can. So I'm going to turn that way. There's my free half turn. I'll do another turn that way. And then we had the wind side on, so I'm presuming I can only move 2. So you test at the beginning of your turn. So it's going to move 2 up to there, and then it's going to reload. Will reload his outer guns here. Not that I suspect they're going to be much use to him. So we're into the attack phase. I'll move that. I'll move that. We are circling this island like sharks. So the pirates are up first. I think we're going to go with the Galleon to put as much hurt on that brigantine as possible, as early as possible. So he is currently in musket range. We've got 5 cannons normally, -2 for the fatigue. Roll away. We've got 1 hit on the little brigantine. It is a critical, but it's a hit. So we do a point of fatigue. We do a point of damage and a critical hit, which is a sail, which reduces him to half sail. It's going to slow him down a little bit. And that's unloaded from that side. It's over to the English. So the English are going to activate. Put the camera back just a wee bit there. English are going to activate, and we've got a broadside path from the flute to be able to clock the brigantine. It is currently, I think we're in cannon shot range there. We are in cannon shot range, but the flute is undamaged and has no fatigue, so we've got 4 dice attack. Let's get some cannons or skulls. We got neither. That was a pity. Could have just done with a couple of points of damage there. Back over to the pirates. We'll fire a broadside from the flute against the Galleon. So we've got a broadside of 4, -1 for fatigue. I forgot to check the range. Yeah. In rifle shot range, of course, so we've got a single rifle there, and so that doesn't do anything against the English light galleon. Okay, so it's back over to the English side. We're going to fire the swivel guns from the light galleon on the pirate flute. Single dice attack, because of the fatigue. We've got a sails, so no hit there. Back onto the pirates. I don't think we've got much to fire. And back to the English again. We've got just the brigantine here. He's going to fire a single shot at the... Actually, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to fire backwards at the pirate brigantine. So swivel guns, 1 dice. We've got a crit, so he does a point of damage. He does a fatigue. Takes him back up to 6 and back up to 3. And let's see if that crit does anything. It sails, so he goes down to normal sails. Not quite out of the game yet. So that's the end of the attack phase. Everyone's attacked who can attack. End phase, we've got nothing crippled, nothing shaken, no sinking. Initiative cards are done. So we're entering the 6th, and for tonight's game, the final round of the game, simply because it's getting a little bit late and I'm running out of time. So for the English initiative tonight, we have 3 reload. Each ship in the squadron's in formation, and we have no formation ships, so that does not apply. For the pirates, oh ho ho, they get a 4. Each ship in the squadron's in formation or within pistol shot of a friendly ship is not entangled or run aground may make a free shift sideways. I don't think we need to do that at all, but we want the initiative. We'll use the flute first of all. So it's on part sails, it's sailing sideways, so its speed is currently reduced to 1. We'll take a check, see if we can increase that. We've got 1 fatigue, so it's a 4 dice check. We do, we can go to speed 2. It's possibly not far enough there. Move to there. We'll reload the guns. Ready for action. Over to the English. So we'll use the flute. All we're going to do there is turn it to further into the wind, like that, and then reload its guns and hope something sails in front of it. Back over to the pirates. We'll use the brigantine. It's currently running sideways, so it's not in the window. It's got the wind. It's full speed 3. Speed 3, how do I do this? We've got to reload the guns with a thing. We can make a free turn. Beginning or end of its movement. Can't do it at the beginning. So I'm guessing we're going to go this way. Now I think I'm going to be brave here. I'm going to try and weather the fire. Turn that way. And then I will turn that way again. Back over to the English side. That one, done that one. We've just got the brigantine there. Oh, and I've got the light galleon as well. So the brig is currently at part sail. Not going fast enough. It's going to test to go faster. It's got 4 fatigue, so it's got a single dice for its check. It doesn't get to go any faster, so it is currently moving at speed 2. So that's not going to look good for it. We'll come to here. It's going to stay on that heading, and it will go to normal sail. Not that's going to do much good. Over to the pirates again, and we're going to get the big old, so it's coming into the wind. Oh, it's got no movement either, so it's coming into the wind. It's anchored. I think I'm just going to turn ever so slightly. I think I'll reload as well as a crew action in a minute. Turn like that, I might get a broadside either side of me. There we go, so that's been. Then finally, the pirate galleon over there. There's the pirate galleon. And finally the English light galleon is going to go, it's got the wind behind him, so he's speed 3. We'll take a check, see if we can get extra speed out of him. So we've got 3 dice skill check. Yes we do, so we can go to speed 4. He's going to turn first of all and get a speed 4 on. That might get into range for some guns. They're probably not a broadside. We're into the attack phase and the pirates do have the lead here. So do I try and sink that as quick as possible, or do I try and do something with this before it dies? I think we're going to use the brigantine first because it is going to cark it in a second. It's going to do a single dice attack at the English brigantine with its swivel guns. I'm just going to check we're in range. Just about. Come on. It does a crit. Oh, super. So that's a 5 damage on that one. And takes up to 5 fatigue as well. And let's roll, see what that crit does. It's a sword. What is a sword? I think it's another fatigue, isn't it? Gains an additional point of fatigue, takes it up to 6 fatigue there. Okay, so I'll move that. He has fired. The English, we're going to put some pain onto the galleon. Flute. Don't think I've got a broadside on him. No, I'm just out. That is unlucky. So the flute will fire its swivel guns at the galleon. Well, if we can get a couple of hits there, we'll be able to push a point of fatigue on him, reduce his firepower somewhat. We get a single hit there. That is not enough to do fatigue or to put any damage on him because of his high freeboards and fortitude of 3. So he has fired over to pirates. I think we'll definitely use the galleon this time. So the light galleon for the pirates has a broadside each side of him. So we're going to fire a broadside on either side. So we've got 5 guns. We've got to reduce that by 2 for the fatigue. So we're going to roll 3 dice against the brigantine first of all. We get 2 hits with the rifle range. That will do 2 points of damage to him, taking the brigantine up to 7 points of damage. And it is now crippled. And adding a fatigue, which means he's now shaken. So he's on 7 fatigue, 7 damage. That ship's probably out of the game. And then against the... yeah, we're in rifle shot again. And against the flute, we get 1 rifle, 1 cannon. So that's 2 more hits. That's a single point of damage and a single fatigue there. And we've fired both sets of cannons. I think that was well worth it. Okay, over to the English. The galleon, it's got a single dice attack against the pirate galleon. It misses. So that's fired. That's fired. I think that's it. That's going to do anything. So I think we'll end the game there. So that is the end round. So the brigantine with the gold on it, we've got to go and check for sinking. Roll a dice. If I get a skull or a sail, that brigantine has sunk to the bottom of the ocean with the treasure on board. Nope, it's just there to wreck. We shall have to charge in and try and take the gold from it later. So we're going to end it there. A really good game tonight. It was interesting to see a much bigger ship on the table. It'd be interesting to see some of the proper first, second, third, fourth rate massive ships. They can certainly tank the damage. These brigantines they're quick, and they're not even that quick. They're moderately quick, but by heck do they go down very fast. The pirates were ultimately incredibly lucky there that theirs didn't sink early in the game. I thought the galleon was going to finish them off. It could have just done with 1 more round of shooting. And then I had a very unlucky roll from the English flute that should have probably had 4 dice on it. I should have probably done at least 1 damage there, which would have sunk it last round. But it's managed to just hang on, held together with rope and elbow grease. The pirate galleon just pounded things. It did really, really well there. Exceptionally good shooting. So yeah, really interesting game. This should run out to 10 turns. I've just run out of time tonight. And thanks for joining us here at the Clock Dice. Why not like this video and add a comment below? It really helps boost the channel. And while you're at it, if you click on the icon below, you can subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates as soon as they're live. Why not check out some of our other videos and playlists? You can click on the ones on screen right now. Take care, and we'll see you next time.